Hello and salutations, my name is John Johnson and welcome to another episode of Let's Play Not Paper Mario. What? Anytime I have more than one series going, I always mix them up when I'm doing the intro. I don't understand, well, I mean I do understand why, it's just because I'm stupid and tend to not realize what I'm doing as it's right in front of my face and I'm doing it. Anyways, welcome to another episode of Let's Play Ocarina of Time. In the last episode, we, oh crap, I don't have a shield. Forgot I didn't have a shield. I should probably equip a shield. In the last episode, we made our way to the Desert Colossus and did some crap here, and then we figured out that we had to come back as a kid, and now we're back as a kid, and that's awesome. Which, by the way, I didn't mention in the last episode, but if you come over here and check this, if you want to proceed to the past, you should return here with the pure heart of a child. Yeah, that kind of tells us. And the other one says something about using the power of silver, hint hint, to come back as an adult. So, yeah, that's that stuff. Yay! Oh, hey, look, a person. Hey, person, what you doing in here? What's up? I haven't seen you around, kid. What do you want? To see the temple, looking for the sages, or nothing really? I'm good, nothing really. You have nothing to do? What good timing. Can you do me a favor, kid? Yeah, we'll see. Wait a second, I want to ask you first. You wouldn't happen to be one of Ganondorf's followers, would you? What if I hate Ganondorf? You've got guts. I think I like you. Well, that's good to know. First of all, let me introduce myself. I'm Nabooru of the Gerudo. I'm a lone wolf thief. But don't get me wrong. Though we're both thieves, I am completely different from Ganondorf. That's good to know, because I'm kinda not his biggest fan, to be honest with you. With his followers, he stole from women and children, he even killed people. That's horrible. A kid like you may not know this, but the Gerudo race consists only of women. Only one man is born every 100 years. I'm not sure how that works. To be honest with you, because you see, I took sex ed when I was younger, and I feel like, that would cause some issues somewhere down the line. Even though our laws say that lone male Gerudo, whatever, must become king of the Gerudo, I never bow to such an evil man. Way to go. I am all for the feminism. Down with the monarchy, patriarchy. Monarchy is the opposite of what I meant. By the way, what is your name, kid? That's a good question. Link! What kind of name is that? Hey, don't be making fun of my name. I want to ask you a favor. Will you go through this tiny hole and get a treasure that's inside? The treasure is the silver gauntlets. Power silver, I get it. If you equip them, you can easily push and pull very heavy things. No, kid. Don't even think about taking this treasure for yourself. The silver gauntlets won't fit a little kid like you if you try to equip them. I want you to be a good boy and give them to me. Ganondorf and his minions are using the spirit temple as a hideout. Only the silver gauntlets will allow me to sneak deep into the temple. Once there, I'm going to steal all their crap inside and mess up their plans. That's a wonderful idea. I am in complete support of this. Yeah, I'll help you, I guess. Thanks, kid. You and I, let's give Ganondorf and his followers a big surprise, shall we? If you can successfully get the silver gauntlets, I'll do something great for you. That's kind of creepy. I'm a little kid, lady. Don't make me call child services on you. So anyways, after that long intro... Why is it... Okay, thank you. It's like, why am I staring at a pitch black screen? After that long intro, we finally start the Spirit Temple, the last actual temple in the game, believe it or not. Which is just kind of bat! No! No! Bad bat. You go die. You need to die too. Blip. So yeah, we finally start the last temple in the game, which is kind of, well, technically the last temple. There's kind of another one, really. Can I not hit? Thank you. I don't know why I couldn't hit that bat. There is technically one more dungeon, but I wouldn't really call it a dungeon. It's not really a mini dungeon either. It's just kind of like the last part of the... I'm gonna blow myself up. That's bad. Let's dang, I was hoping that would hit them. You go and die. There we go. Once we finish this up, we'll get something nice for our troubles. Although we've taken a fair amount of... Well, no, we've only taken half our damage. That's not too bad. That's not too bad at all, if I do say so myself. Excuse me. Oh, and look at this couple of... These things are a lot more threatening when you're a kid. Like a lot more threatening. Which, still not like super dangerous or anything. You just kind of don't get hit and you'll be alright. Ow. No. Although the Deku Shield would probably come in handy quite a bit at this point. Just to make sure, because you could actually move around while defending. You don't have to just like beetle up and wait for him to hit you. There we go. Come on, hurry up and die. I will admit, I've gotten kind of used to the big Goron sword and how much damage it doles out. So fights like that tend to take longer than they should. As for this giant green bubble, We'll easily take care of it with our boomerang, with a mixture of our boomerang and hitting the ground, because that's good job, Link. Thank you. I don't know why that took so long. Boomerang and slingshot takes that thing out pretty easily, and then obviously all we gotta do is use our boomerang as we have before, and jabba jab his belly to hit the switch down, and good stuff happens. Pots, man, they scare me. So some things about this temple first off. Oh hey, Deku Shield. Speaking of the devil. Well, that's perfect, because we can actually use that if we equip it. Although, I'm not going to equip it first, because in this next room we have a new enemy called Anubis. Wait for it. There it is. That shoots fire at you, and if fire hits you, like that, then the Deku Shield burns up, and it's really bad. There are actually several ways to beat the Anubis here. As you see, the sword does like nothing on it. So what you have to like to do is get knocked off the edge. That's the strategy to use right there. What you actually have to do, if you played 2D Zelda games, you'll actually probably recognize a similar enemy that basically just like tracks and opposites your movement. What you need to do to beat it the legit way is come over here, stand where it's opposite, and then hit switch, and it burns up the fire. You can actually use dense fire on that, which is honestly a bit easier if you ask me. But I mean, we're kind of low on magic, and I did want to show off how to beat it legit if you didn't have any magic or anything like that. But dense fire does work just fine, so you feel free to use that there if you want to. It'll be okay. Watch for shadows, monsters hang from the ceiling. Yeah, I'll do that. Yeah. Friggin' nope. I hear it. I know it's coming. Okay, it didn't come. Ah, there it is. Found it. Why do you keep barely? You're scaring me, man. You're scary enough as it is, Mr. Handy Hand, with your deathness and stuff. I don't need you here like faking me out, man. I can't handle it. I literally can't even. I can only odd. Alright, so yeah. Get all these here silver rubies there. And no, you go away. No, not the bat, no, and it escaped. You keys have ruined everything for the last time. So what we actually need to do is try not to get kidnapped by the hand of death and destruction at death. And where to go? Okay, I don't think the hand will actually get you when you're over on this side. I don't think. I hope not. Let's first off get this gold sculpture. This is the first gold sculpture in this dungeon. Should be gold sculpture number 95, if I remember right. I'm not gonna check because checking is for wimps. No checky. No checky. Now that the gate is down, we can actually use the Deku stick to come and light this fire. Come on, baby, light my fire. And then light these torches up, and once we do that, we'll get a nice little chest for our troubles. Now, you notice when I killed all the enemies in that room before, it actually opened up a door that we did not take. It actually leads into this room. You can come here first to go ahead and kill all the bats on the other side and get the gold sculpture and all that, and make the chest appear. That way, whenever you go around, you can immediately get the chest, and you don't have to do other. But I mean, really, just make a full circle. I don't really understand why they did that. I guess maybe just to try and confuse you. Which, I mean, given, that's a good way to confuse you. It does work if you don't pay that much attention. But if you do pay attention, like I try to, most of the time, then you should be alright. So, this dungeon is not super difficult. I've mentioned it before, but you can kind of tell what they did with some of the dungeons here. In the Forest and Fire Temple, Forest Temple especially, it kind of feels like they did more. Also, there's a gold sculpture up there. We'll be dealing with that shortly. It feels like they did more experimenting with, I should probably go ahead and get some of these Darknut, shouldn't I? I'm kind of running low. They did a lot more experimenting in the Forest Temple with the whole 3D space thing. You know, it was the first Zelda game that wasn't 2D. And I feel like they kind of test the water a lot with that. A little bit less so, but it's still kind of evident in the Fire Temple. Water Temple is where they really kind of let themselves go. And then the Shadow Temple is very linear. So you can kind of see each temple has its own little quirks in terms of being the first 3D Zelda, in my opinion. The Spirit Temple, which is the one we're in now, obviously, does kind of the same thing in the way that it's the first temple to really explore. Well, I can't really say it's the first temple to really explore being child and adult Link, but it's... Hey there, mister. You weren't here in my practice foul. That's kind of weird. It was the first... No. It was the first, Excuse me. The Shadow Temple kind of touched on that while making you go back as a child and doing the well and all that first, but this is the first temple that really made you go through part of the temple as a child, and you do actually go through half of this temple as a child, have to leave and then come back later on. So I mean, it's definitely a thing. Also, there it is. I was looking for this other treasure chest. It's very cool that they use that, and I feel like they're just kind of testing the waters with some of the other temples before really letting themselves go to the Spirit Temple. I was actually having a conversation with Jay of Let's Jays, who you guys need to go watch if you haven't already, earlier tonight, about different temples and which ones are our favorite temples and all that. And I mentioned in the episode that we were in the Shadow Temple and all that the Shadow Temple is my favorite, mostly for aesthetic reasons. Did Lizarlos come back there? I think it did. And it is. The Shadow Temple is my favorite temple by far in terms of well, it's my favorite temple, but it's my favorite temple because of aesthetic reasons. It's just so creepy, and the atmosphere is very, very, very permeated through that entire temple. The same thing goes. Also, you'll see there's a gold sculpture there. Can't do crap about that, so don't worry about it. The same thing goes for this temple. It has a very, very definite atmosphere to it, and it's a very cool thing that they did with it. But at the same time, I don't really know what I don't like about this dungeon, to be honest with you. There's just something about it that doesn't scream out to me. I will say, it's probably my second favorite. Well, I don't know. I don't really know where it falls in terms of my favorite dungeons or not. It's on up there, though. It's hard to choose between this one and probably the Forest or Fire Temple. Those two are kind of my favorites as well. I hate the Water Temple, screw it. But it's on up there in terms of my favorite dungeons. I would probably say either second or third. I'm not 100% sure which one, to be honest with you, but it's probably the second or third favorite, in my opinion. Just because of the aesthetics. It's got some of my favorite music in any dungeon, just because of the Middle Eastern influence and all that. We'll be getting more onto that here relatively soon. Well, probably the next episode, to be honest with you. But obviously, there's a lot of Middle Eastern and some Far Eastern influence in this dungeon and this whole area, really, with the desert and the desert colossus and all that. And I feel like artistically and aesthetically, really, that does a lot for me. And I just feel like they tried so hard and got so far, but in the end, it doesn't. No, I'm sorry. I apologize sincerely for that. It shouldn't have ever happened. It's definitely, you can definitely feel the artistic value of this this particular dungeon in terms of its design, both visually and actually the dungeon design itself. I feel like you can really tell where the designers are coming from and what they really meant to do with it, and I think that really stands for something, And I don't really mean to be getting all mushy and all that, but there's not much else to talk about. We're getting real close to the end of the game, so. Yeah, what else do you want me to say? It's a good game. It's a good game. We all knew that. You knew that. I knew that. We all knew that. So what we're doing now is trying to do yet another friggin' torch puzzle, which I really don't like. I don't like the time ones. Torch puzzles in and of themselves aren't bad, but the ones that are timed can be particularly annoying for this very reason. Oh, man, that's a bomb. That's not really what I meant to do. No, friggin' like this is stupid. Yeah, this is why I don't like torch puzzles that much. The time. Oh wait, that actually wasn't quite as bad as I thought. Just because they can be kind of annoying. Although I think that was actually maybe the last torch puzzle in the game, the last time torch puzzle. There aren't that many of them. They don't overuse them, which is something I can appreciate. The only other one I can think of actually that's particularly annoying. Did we get everything in this room? Let me walk around and double check. The only other one in the game I can think of that's particularly annoying is the one in Zora's Domain to get the piece of heart that's hidden under the waterfall. That's a really annoying one. Ooh, also I forgot to get something. Yeah, we need to go back and get it. I'm actually going to go back to the enemies respawn. I'm going to go back to the Desert Colossus room because there's only one room over. It's not that bad. And get the dungeon map, which I forgot to get. Whoopsie daisy. I was too busy talking about random crap that I don't even remember what I was talking about. What was I talking about? Me and Let's Jays playing. We were playing TF2 while I was not wanting to record at the very moment, but I knew I needed to before the night was over, so I decided to kind of primer myself by playing some TF2, and he was on Skype, so things just happened, and we played for a while and talked about cool stuff with my friends, and that kind of thing happens. Also, I'm on top of the chest. Oh, no, dude, I'm right in front of it. It's weird because on my practice file, actually, the chest spawned under me, and it just kind of pushed me up through the cutscene. I was like, fly away, Link. Fly away. That has nothing to do with anything. Anyways, we get the dungeon map. I should have got it earlier, but I forgot. Oops. Didn't really even jump down there and show anything. I just casually pushed the statue off the cliff, because that's what I knew to do. But yeah, there's a switch down there that you push the statue onto to open up that there barred door there, so that you can continue throughout the dungeon, which is good. This isn't a very long dungeon either. I mean, it's definitely dungeon length, but it's not, compared to probably the Shadow Temple, or not even Shadow Temple, the Shadow Temple is actually pretty short too, it may even be shorter than this one. Compared to the Forest Temple or even the Fire Temple, it doesn't feel like it's very long. Which I think a lot of that is just because they understood that by this point in the game, you're not necessarily getting tired of playing dungeons, but you've got to be... You're getting near the end of it there. You know what I mean. You know what I mean. Alright, so here we got another gold sculpture. Should be gold sculpture number 97, I do believe. This should be the last one we get in this episode. Let's get our boomerang. Our trusty boomerang, as Sokka would say, if you ever watch Avatar. Get the gold sculpture. Let's double check and make sure it's the right one. Number 97. Oh my god, 3 gold sculptures left in the entire game. 3? Yeah, I went Daffy Duck for a second, I apologize. 3 gold sculptures left in the entire game. That's amazing. Absolutely amazing. This is a rather ominous room here. That's a rather ominous enemy there. So I don't know if I'll actually be able to do it. You know, he won't actually move until we come and look at him. Or actually hit him. I don't think I'm going to be able to do it, but if you can clip through his mask just right. I'm close. I am close. I really want to try and do this, because it's really neat. If you can clip through his mask just right... Come on. You can barely see it, but it's actually a Gerudo face in the model. Let me see if I can get it a little bit closer. Like, that's not right. I need to get centered in the throne. I know I'm wasting time doing this, but this is kind of a shorter episode for a temple anyway, so we'll live. I don't think I'm going to be able to get it, though. If you can clip through the mask just right, you can actually see that it's a Gerudo face in the model there, which becomes relevant later. You can kind of see that's the earring there. Let's see. Let me try to do it from the far end here. I love the Navi's, like, steadily trying to be like, just do something! What do you want, Navi? Oh, it's talking about the bars? Strong... We know... Dude, we are at the end of the game. We know what the strong iron bars are. Anyways, this thing won't actually do anything until you move it and hit it. Like that. Very neat... Oh, wow! You knocked the crap out of me, dude! Probably one of my favorite fights in the game here. Just because of how, like... Stop it, man! Just because of how, like... How easy it is to lose this fight, because he does a massive amount of damage. I actually need to get some of these hearts. You stay away from me, Mr. Darknut. There we go. Actually, yeah, let's go ahead and read. Iron Knuckle, excuse me. Iron Knuckle. Watch out for a Jacktade, hurts a lot. Thank you, Navi. We noticed. They're pretty easy to beat altogether, if you dodge quick enough, which is kind of hard as Child Link, to be perfectly honest with you. It's a lot easier. This fight in general would be a lot easier as Adult Link. But you can see I'm using Deku sticks here because they do a lot more damage than this standard sword. Pretty easy fight altogether, but definitely one of the better fights in the game. Just because of the challenge. Because especially if you're like us and you've got almost full hearts. You've got as many hearts as you can possibly have at this point in the game. It's kind of easy to fight the enemy there. Also, if you do run low on hearts, each of these pillars have a bunch of hearts on it if you can get them to knock it down. But anyways, what I was saying earlier, there's actually a Gerudo face in the character model there. And that becomes relevant in the next episode. Yeah, we'll talk about that later. It's just a kind of cool little thing. Oh my lord, no! I was done with you. You go away. You go away. I don't even... What voice did I give him? I don't remember. It's been that long since we did Kapora Gabor. Wasn't a, like, a Patrick voice or something? I can't remember. Even I thought that the tale of the boy... That's Forrest friggin' Gump. Good God, John. Just to finish your speaking, well, Al, whatever. I just realized your beard, your owl beard there, looks like a pair of spider eyes. I don't know how I feel about that. 2 witches inhabit the temple. In order to destroy them, turn their own magic against them. Hoot hoot. No, I don't want to hear what you said again. This is the last time we were ever talking to you. Go away. I will continue to watch you. Hoot. I don't care. Just don't talk to me. You can watch as much as you want. I don't even care at this point. I don't care how creepy it is. Just go away. Go away. Anyways, as you see, we're actually out here at the Desert Colossus. Do not jump down. You can jump down, and then you have to climb all the way back up. What we actually need to do is open this here chest here. Yay. We'll get something special. Some special indeed. Yay! We got the silver gauntlets that old lady wanted. If you wore them, you would feel the power in your arms, the power to lift big things with But these gauntlets won't fit a kid. Plus, you promised to give them to Nabooru. You should keep your word, I guess. Oh, and hey, random sandstorm that takes us into a cutscene. Yay! And this is how you know you're done with the kid part. Where are you taking me? Who said that? Where are you? Yeah! Let me go! What's happening? Look around, Link. Oh, there it is. You fiends! Ganondorf's minions! Oh, speaking of the devil, those are two witches. That's what good old Corridor is. Link, get out of here now! I'm dying! These witches, they're using black magic. A black magic woman. That's good song stuff there, Mr. Santana. There we go. That's the word I was looking for. Well, Nabooru's dead. I guess that means the gauntlet's ours. So, I mean, that's good. And then random sandstorm to make sure that the cutscene's over with and reload the actual game itself. That was a good fall, Link. Well done. Didn't really expect to not get hurt from up there. So anyways, that's it for this episode. We have finished the kid part of the dungeon. We'll have to come back as an adult to finish it. In the next episode, in the next episode, in the next episode. As always, like if you like, leave a comment, tell me what I did right, what I did wrong. Subscribe if you want to see more. And share with your friends. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you next time in Let's Play The Legend of Zelda Ocarina of Time. Ow, I hurt myself. Yeah.